What's up, everybody? This is Tanner from TanmanBaseballFan.com. You guys, I have just been, gosh, I don't know, I've fallen in love with a lot of Transformers. I've talked about these quite a bit. That's not what this video is about. And let me get Bumblebee's little guy up here a little more. Anyway, so yeah, and by the way, let me show you what this does. This is kind of cool here. Turns his eyes on, but anyway, so me and Beckett have been having a blast playing with these guys. And last night I had a dream about my vintage collection. They've been kind of, I don't want to say pushed aside. I just really haven't thought too terribly much about them. But last night I had a dream that a friend from church came over and he's a baseball aficionado. He loves baseball. And I wanted, in my dream, I showed him some cards I had, and he was just like floored whenever I showed him. And I also just got through talking to a friend about some vintage, so I wanted to show off a few of them that I haven't shown in a while. So I kind of dusted them off, and I want to get them in here. So first of all, I think Bumblebee is a great backdrop for an 1887 old Judge card, right? It's kind of funny. There's 100 years difference between the character. I mean, this is like much newer, but anyways, and Beckett, by the way, he loves the beach episode of Bumblebee being there. But anyways, a weird mix, I know, Transformers and vintage cards. But I want to show off this one here. This is a King Kelly. You know me, I love King Kelly. He is my favorite vintage guy. And this card is just phenomenal. It is my favorite portrait of his. I have got the old Judge book open. Let me show you kind of what the other options are here as far as portraits go. Those are the three portraits. The one in the middle, far and away my favorite. I love that card there. I think this is like just what you would see on a wanted poster back in that time period. It's considered, it's a PSA 2.5. And so what I did is I actually looked, because I don't think I'd really looked, or I didn't remember this at least. So I'm looking at the PSA website right now, and there's one that says portrait bare head Chicago shirt. So that would be this one in the middle, 254-2, which is this. And it looks like I'm looking in the pop report, and it shows that there's exactly one graded, the 2.5. So, it looks like this is a pop one. I know that there are a couple SGC versions of this out there because I've seen them, at least one of them, but it's kind of fun to think that maybe this is the only PSA version out there, unless they graded others under a different name or whatever, which is quite possible. So there's two that are graded with the cap on for Chicago, and there are 24 that are graded with the Boston. And really, guys, like when it comes to an 1887 card like this, even with 24 of them, that's it'd be very difficult to find these because these are locked up in collections. But anyways, like it's just such a neat card. Like I love this card tons. I do want to show as well, though, my favorite old Judge card. That one's not it. Let me bring in this one here. And so this is kind of a fun deal here. I love this card so much. I love this the backdrop. I am a sucker for elaborate backdrops in old Judge cards. And by the way, it is SGC 4.5, which is just amazing. It's a beautiful card. It's elaborate. Let me get my hands out of the way here from the reflection, but these are far and away my two favorite King Kelly old Judge cards. Let me show you kind of what other options we have here. This is an N173, so that's much bigger. That doesn't even count. But those are the other versions. And yeah, like my absolute favorites are going to be this one and this one, with this one being my favorite. I just, again, love the backdrop. I don't know if there's like a meadow with a lake going on in the background. Like it's just so Victorian-esque. I don't know. And the clarity, the contrast, which by the way, you guys, like I will take contrast every day of the week over corner issues or whatever. But this one's nice as it is. This one's way nicer even, but the contrast is actually nicer on this. Like I think this picks up a little more contrast on camera than it does in hand, but it's still real nice in hand also. Uh, this one actually might be a little darker in hand, so that's kind of weird. I don't know. No, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe there's a little more darker on camera, but this one is just outstanding. And by the way, let me see. I'm going to look on the PSA site. The SGC site is going to be very difficult to determine what's graded for these old Judge cards because they mislabeled, I think, a lot of them, which is really unfortunate because you can't really tell exactly what's out there. But I think there's a bat at ready, left-handed. It looks like there's 3 of them. 2 of them are authentic, altered, and 1 of them is a 7. So, somebody's got, there's 3 people have an amazing card out there, but the 7, couldn't even imagine. I just couldn't imagine, guys. But in any event, I think that this is the perfect representation of everything that old Judge is. And there are certain other things I love about the old Judge set as well. But having a portrait and an elaborate backdrop of my favorite players or my favorite player from that time period, I'm really happy about that. I love that. And so the funny thing is I remember I'll try to tell the story as well as I can. I don't recall exactly all the specifics, so I'll try to go through it. But anyway, so for this card here, I picked it up from the same guy that I got this one from. But this one came in first, along with some other good ones and everything. And he showed me this one, and my jaw dropped. I go, oh my goodness gracious, that is amazingly beautiful. And let me get up close again to it just to kind of show you what it is. I mean, that's just an incredible card. And by the way, you guys, if you don't know anything about King Kelly, check out on my website, tammanbaseballfan.com, go to the blog section. A year or so ago, I posted an article about a 134-year-old mystery that was unlocked, which actually had to do with another King Kelly card in my collection. It actually blows these 2 away. It's a Gypsy Queen, and I'll show that again at some point, but these 2 are ridiculously awesome. These are amazing cards. But check out King Kelly, read that article I wrote, check out the other books that have been written about him. There have been books, and there's potential that Casey at the Bat was written about King Kelly in at least some way, shape, or form. Songs have been written about him. I mean, it's a lot of he was the man when it came to baseball. Big time ambassador. He's also considered possibly the first person that people sought out for autographs, which is really kind of neat also. But in any event, back to the story on how I got this one. The owner showed me this and he goes, okay, so here's the King Kelly. I'm not sure exactly how much, or not sure exactly how much I want to get rid of it, but if I do, this is the price. I hemmed and hawed over it for months, and then one popped at an auction house. I go, oh man! And I noticed that it was a lower grade, and it was going for higher price than I was hoping for. Because the main reason why I hemmed and hawed on this is because of the price. And I go, well, I don't know if I could justify what he was asking for this. I'm just not sure. And went back and forth and back and forth. And then when that popped, I think a day or 2 before the end of the auction, I reached out to him and said, hey, okay, I think I'd like to possibly get that card from you. He goes, okay, but just FYI, the price is going to go up if that auction goes any higher. And so I go, oh no. That's right. I didn't even say I'd like to. I just wanted to inquire about it, see if he would go down on the price. He's like, nope. In fact, I'm going up if the auction online goes for a penny higher. I go, oh, and I remember hemming and hawing again for about a half a day, and I go, okay, I'll take it. And so I took this one, and if I remember correctly, the lower grade one, I think it was an SGC3, actually went for more or very close to what I paid for this one. So I was like, whew, man, I'm glad that I that I picked this one up. But anyway, so there it is, guys. I just wanted to kind of show these off again. It's been a while since I've shown them, and just super happy with these guys. So thank you as always for watching. I hope you all have a great day.